years old. My parents and my siblings and I moved to Gaza in August to get to know a family we were never allowed to know, to go see a family that was never allowed to come see us. Yet, on October 7th, we got a reminder that this is not a normal place, that this is a place of no safety, a place where oppressors live for years, for decades, a place where a child is a target, a place where your school is a shelter, and now the prison is turned into a concentration camp. I left Gaza and my family there on the 27th day of the bombing, and now on day 64, I cannot fathom the carnage and the conditions, how worse it's gotten in Gaza. The chaos and the suffering that's taking place, it's disgraceful. When I was there, we were crowded in a small apartment with 30 people. Now my uncles and my aunts and my cousins are sleeping on the streets in tents while it's raining. We do not have any meals. They are starving. They have little food and haven't eaten anything for 3-4 days now. The water is completely destroyed. The systems are completely destroyed. The wells are going dry and the bakeries have either been bombed or run out of flour. When I was there, we stayed in a city after we evacuated. It was filled with people that had evacuated just like us. The streets were filled with children just like me. Yes, they bombed the apartments and entire 5-story buildings. Yes. Now, parts of my family are now in a school with 4,000 refugees, surrounded by soldiers. The roads are filled with tanks. There's no food in the schools and they're still starving. If they leave, they are shot or they're bombed. Early this week, I lost my aunt's sister-in-law died along with her mother and her daughter when they returned to their house to get food. The car was bombed on the only road to access the hospital. The car was bombed. 2 of my aunts have died, leaving 9 of my cousins without their mum. My classmate was killed in an airstrike that killed his entire family, leaving only his sister a survivor. What kind of pain are they going through? I asked those people, those leaders, to explain to the 8-year-old whose family has disappeared, to the grandparents whose 60 of their family members have died, to the parents who hold their dead children in their arms. Go explain why you voted against the ceasefire. Go explain why you thought that was a good idea. Palestinians in Gaza videos of their children and the pain as their life crumbles around them. The world knows about Gaza now. The world sees their suffering and are appalled. Yet there is no action from our politicians. And even now as I speak, Israeli bombs are hitting residential buildings, killing squads of families trying to hide. How resilient, even if the people of Gaza don't end up under the rubble, they still hit every bang and bomb that hits their land. These people are so resilient. They're so brave. The men the ambulances are rushed to the scene. Ambulances have been bombed. How resilient are the doctors? They have tens of thousands of patients, yet they can't treat them. How resilient are the ones who have lost their families? Their families have been killed, yet they still have to live with this crisis. Yet we have Palestinians who are too scared or ignorant that they don't do anything. Open your eyes. They're trying to erase Palestine. They're trying to kill us. The people are resilient. They take their land, they take their homes, they take their families, kill their families, they bomb the hospitals and schools. They want to take away their existence. They're trying to erase the entire community. Why? There's enough land for all of them. There's enough food. Why is their existence so threatening? Those people who have lived their entire life, those children, they have done nothing wrong but exist. I want to ask our politicians, why? What reason was good enough to say no to a ceasefire and give up your humanity? Are you robots? Immune to the pain that's been inflicted? I want to ask them, how do you eat? How do you sleep? How do you return to your homes, to your families, after denying 2.3 million people? How can you fail to say bombing children is wrong? You send your children to our supplies need to be taken away, or our leaders. Where are our so-called British values? Where is our responsibility towards humanity to preserve innocent lives? There needs to be a permanent ceasefire. Food, water, and medical supplies need to be allowed into Gaza. Israel until they respect the human rights of Palestinians. The Israeli leaders need to be investigated for the war crimes being committed. I was there. I heard the bombs drop. I walked through the rubble. I remember myself preparing myself every night, not knowing that I may not wake up in the morning. The violence and the murder, the Palestinians are trapped. They cannot escape. They are not allowed to return to their homes. They can't leave, and if they fight back, they're labeled terrorists. How I was supposed to leave my family, not knowing I'll ever see them again. I was supposed to leave them while the bombs rained from the sky. And when I returned to the UK, I found out my leadership was okay with it. It is absolutely disgusting. The Palestinians are suffering. The world is protesting. We are all yelling out. Yet, the ones who have power to save lives just sit there and watch children die. Those leaders need to restore their morals and demand a permanent ceasefire now. And as long as we breathe, we will keep fighting until Palestine is free again.
Right, we are just about to finish, so I'm going to say if you get a flag from us or a placard from us at the start, please do bring them back to us at the end. And if you want to get more involved in Manchester Palestine Action, or the Youth Front for Palestine, or Greater Manchester Friends of Palestine, any of the organisations that's been involved today, please again, can we give you contact details at the end? But I want to finish with... Thank you. I've just been reminded by Meriden, if you've got a silver mic, please give it back. So flags, banners, placards, join up the organisations and bring them the mic back. But we're going to finish with a very appropriate request to all of us, so listen carefully please.
Just want to say we've made enough space for our anger, and we should be making more space for that. But I also want to find 1 minute to make space for our grief and our sadness, and for all the lives that were lost the past 2 months at least to start, and for everyone that we've been losing because of what's been happening for the past generation after generation after generation. So just 1 moment to really feel your sadness and feel your grief, and yeah, just really just listen to everybody that we can't hear right now.